Hey, pom pom pom, pom pom, pom 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 pom. La da 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 dum. La da 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 ta 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 ta. Am I online? Seems like I should be online. Am I online? Good morning. Hey, hey. You can see my Dutch YouTube studio. Still not too sure if this is going well. Give me a shout out if this is going well. Hi everybody, welcome to this impromptu Tears of the Kingdom final trailer party. It's the party. Hey, Dalwalken, Buzzard, Lee, Sean Pope, Lurier. Lurier says, Zonai. Hi, Skelly and Skelly's cat. NS, hi, Catnap's Art, Grix. Not Paru, Berna, Kisa, welcome Kisa, Hinata Potato, Tecriel, Romana, hi. Yeah, so this is exciting. I was kind of hoping that this would happen, like exactly a month before the release. Makes sense, right? To have a trailer then. So what are your hopes for this trailer? Personally, I'm hoping that this trailer feels like a complete experience, so to say. I think only the 2019 trailer really had that feeling that it has a kind of a story in and of itself, while the other trailers have been mostly slightly fragmented clips from Tears of the Kingdom. So I hope that this one has a nice build-up, has some nice, new, cool, original music, and tells a story in and of itself. Tekri, I was hoping for the full main theme. Yeah, same here. I hope we can hear that sweet erhu and saxophone again. Hi, Komorebi. Hi, Victoria. Ooh. That music, and then a complete one. That'll be very cool. Yeah, Kisa says, I would make a Zelda pun, but I don't want to try and force it. Phonetic Chain, hi. Height. Mr. Blue64 says, I just can't believe we're finally so close to this game's release. Kind of feels otherworldly, right? Those 2 years of COVID really did a number on my perception of time. Hey, Lucas. You may or may not know me from somewhere, but welcome anyways. Yeah, I shaved myself this weekend, which was a weird experience. We went to the Mario movie, my son and I wanted to have just a mustache, so I shaved off my goatee. But you know, after we finished seeing the movie, the mustache also had to go. I'm not going through life with just a mustache. So I've had this baby face for the past couple of days. Fortunately, something's coming back. Kind of feel naked without the beard. Hey Ulysses, hi. We could do a stream in just Dutch. Probably limit my audience a little bit. The piano would still be international though. I'm not going to play piano in Dutch. Tristan says, I'm so hoping for a kick-ass theme like the E3 Breath of the Wild trailer, so you can make an even better version for Hyrule Highlands 3. Thank you so much, Tristan. Yeah, same. I'm ready to be inspired. If you haven't already, by the way, Song of Healing, the first track from Hyrule Highlands 3 is on streaming right now. So if you like the Celtic stuff, you like Majora's Mask, go check it out. It's nice and relaxed and soothing. Goost says, hi Tim, I love your music, it's epic. I hope that Tears of the Kingdom won't be just Minecraft. Yeah, well, the interesting stuff, of course, is that it's in this context of a full Zelda game with all the finesse and artistry that entails. So I think that adding the Minecraft elements is very cool. But Minecraft is mainly the Minecraft elements, and Zelda still, hopefully, probably, still has all the positive baggage that a Zelda game has. Fanatic Chain asks, do you just learn these songs by ear, or do you extract MIDI files? I always learn these by ear. Yeah, because that's, for me, I want to get better as a composer and as a pianist. So if I analyze this stuff myself, then I can find the logic, and then I can take those lessons to my own music. Also, often if you take a MIDI file that someone else made, there's stuff in there that's not correct. For these newer games, I don't even think you can get MIDI files. I think all the music is in like straight audio now. So many of the tricks I use nowadays, I kind of learned from Breath of the Wild. So learned from analyzing Breath of the Wild myself specifically. So I hope that kind of educational stuff continues with Tears of the Kingdom. And going by the saxophones, oh yeah. Hi Nicolas, dankjewel. I did like Jack Black's song in the Mario movie. My son and I am still singing it. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Yeah. Hi, Altarp. Welcome to this hanging out, being nervous, and playing piano stream. Komarebi asks, but how do you write sheet music then? That's the most difficult thing for me. I write sheet music using MuseScore, and previously I used Sibelius. The way I work now is that first I load in the audio that I want to arrange, make sure that it's in a click track, so it's on a metronome, and then this is all in Logic. First I start playing along, trying some stuff, and then I record just the right hand in Logic, and then just the left hand, and the result I import into MuseScore, and in MuseScore I can edit the sheet music. But I'm not very good with sheet music, so doing it like this works much faster for me than working directly in MuseScore or Sibelius. Kamuel asks, what did you think of the music in the Mario movie? I think the music was very strong when it was using the original Mario themes. I think the arrangements they made were fantastic. But outside of that, oftentimes it did resort a little bit to modern music musical wallpaper, so to speak. So when they were making statements using those Mario motifs, I think it was very strong. Especially the scene that was uploaded earlier with Mario and Toad going into the Toad Town, and there were like 6 different Mario music stuff kind of falling over each other, and I thought that was very interesting. By the way, I'm watching the American trailer. For voice acting, I'd actually prefer to watch the Japanese version myself, but then we don't have subtitles in English probably, so... Yeah, if any of you think, yeah, please, let's just do the Japanese version, then we don't really know what they're saying. At least I won't, but at least we have the original voices. Do let me know. I do have to wake my computer up because it's an OLED screen, so sometimes it dims. One minute. Come on. refreshing the page because it's not playing here. Shamon, Shamon. Hey, pum, pum, pum.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Oh, yeah. With his new haircut.
There's 1 month left until the launch of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In this vast world that seamlessly connects the surface and sky, you'll be able to enjoy using your imagination to the fullest while exploring. It's not long until you can experience this unfamiliar Hyrule.
Same music as
I'm also very excited to see how you'll explore this world. Today, we've prepared the final trailer before the game's launch. All right then, let's take a look. Please enjoy.
Ooh la la. Cheeky choo-choo. Space Link. Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild music. Hey? It's very classy so far. Ah, Hyrule Castle music. Holy heck. Choir going boom. What? Oh my god. This is incredible stuff.
Zelda. We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
Link.
There's so much stuff going on in this music, it's incredible. And there's showing so much weird new stuff. Saxophone going wild. What?
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Playable Zelda? That would be very weird and cool. We'll see.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Okay, let's go!
But you are not alone.
Eh?
Link. You are our final hope.
Awesome.
Link. You must find me.
Yeah, that's a trailer, all right. Dang. Wow. So they really went all out with this one. Finally. Super cool. So much stuff. So much weird, interesting music. There's a saxophone going, all Mario Kart. That is super awesome. And there were additional like Chinese sounding instruments in there as well. So many new characters and new locations, and wow, yeah. Kind of makes me wonder why they marketed it so like subtly until now, because they still show a lot here. Let's go again, and then we'll stop it here and there. I'm no monster maze, so I can do lots of general speculation, but we can do some musical stuff. My son is looking in. Petijn? Petijn? Is er wat? Okay. Let's do it. Chinese saxophone. Does that exist? I'm not sure. There was a some kind of a koto sounding, but then the Chinese version of that, like with the strings on a board, and then you hit those with a hammer or with your nails. Let's go again. Super classy, this. The framing of this shot is really beautiful with a strange diagonal angle. Nice Ghibli style woodwinds. I think this is very cool that they, you know, that's something I talked about in a previous stream, that as soon as Link hit the ground, they went back to the musical material from Breath of the Wild, and up in the air they did something different. And in the trailer they do exactly the same thing. So Hateno Village is back, and there's people there. There's all kinds of mushroom things here, so this is a mushroom stuff. There's mushrooms on the mushroom stuff. Are these actual mushrooms, or is that decoration? It's hard to say. Is this lady also wearing mushroom clothes? So it's cool that they've apparently started rebuilding a little bit with these Hylian tents. Yeah, it's a bit of sensory overload. I had the same feeling, a Fanatic Chain. But we're going through this slowly. So this is a cool callback to these Breath of the Wild trailers with him climbing here. But this is so interesting that they changed so much. Kakariko Village, like this is of course new, but there's more stuff like smaller, like ruins kind of thing going on here. So what kind of location is this? This does seem familiar. Don't know. Maybe it's one of the springs in Faron, but without the trees? These are the Zonai pillars, and here's the big storm cloud that Monster Maze was talking about earlier. Yeah, Zonai stuff in Faron, maybe. See you later, Fanatic Chain. There was something floating in the air. Here. Does look a little bit like a just a blocky island. More stuff above it. And this is the first time we're actually seeing the desert again. And it's kind of apparent why. Because the desert has so much stuff going on. Oh, Typhlo Ruins. Elias Skyhawk says it's the shadow-covered ruins north of the forest. Yeah, so it's Typhlo Ruins, which were a Zonai location previously. Okay, yeah, it makes sense because the mud kind of looks like what you also had there. But if you're looking... So are we looking into Hyrule now, or are we looking away from Hyrule? And is this new terrain? Because Typhlo Ruins was near the edge of the map. Because that would be very awesome. That was one of my main wishes, that we actually had an expanded Hyrule. not just in the sky, but also on the XY axis. Oh, it's facing north of Hebra. Okay, so it's a regular old Hyrule, but still. Yeah, I think this probably soothes the nerves of folks who are still wondering what set this game apart. I think this is exactly the trailer they needed to have. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's the Hyrule Castle music from Link to the Past. This looks like Sheikah folks from Kakariko Village. This is such a striking shot from the distance. Yeah, it looked a bit like Demise, but maybe it's just Ganondorf. But the arms are looking a little bit Demisey to me. I think Demise was a cooler design than Ganondorf proper, so I wouldn't mind. I kind of love how Link's arm looks there. Like his arm is all gnarled up. So this looks like someone pulled the plug in the desert, so the desert is completely changing, it seems. Dragondorf. Oh yeah, Ink says there's a golden glow towards the end of Zelda falling, which is neat. Yeah, I noticed the same thing. Yeah, as if she has something on her belt or something that starts glowing. I thought it had to do with the like a camera lens flare or something, but there's also something light on her hand there. Don't go there, Skelly. Is this like in Death Mountain or something? We're getting some Lord of the Rings vibes. Look at that! Wow. I think our indoor locations message that there was a lack of meaningful indoor locations in Breath of the Wild. I think they heard it loud and clear. This is so cool, and they're going all The Witcher 3 here, which is... Yeah, someone said, Fanatic Chain said, sensory overload. That's exactly what I'm feeling right now. So, I'm gonna take it easy here. Maybe this is under Gerudo. That's what they're suggesting. But he's wearing the Flamebreaker suit, so it's probably Death Mountain. Look at this temple. It's awesome stuff. It's like smoke billowing, it seems. Slowly billowing stuff. The hobbits are going to Isengard. Like, this is The Witcher 3 in Zelda, but wow, these are probably are these the Zonai? The Zonai. I hope Link is wearing a mask against all the smoke. This is such a striking image. There's more sky ships, but it implies that there is still a culture in the sky. So let's hope there's also sky villages and stuff, and large land masses. But taking the hobbits to Isengard. Hey, Annabelle. Questions all over. This is like a Mario Galaxy mechanic right here. But there's something floating in the water. And maybe it's something that spawns in and then you can move it around. These green blobs. Super Zelda Galaxy. This is like a Star Fox, Star Fox going through the Armada kind of mission. Oh, and then there's a wingsuit. That's can I just wear the wingsuit all the time, please? Thank you. I would enjoy that. Look at that. Are those the water balls that we saw? So if you take one and you put it somewhere, you activate it, then a blob of water appears? That's definitely using the Breath of the Wild chemic system in a cool way. This looks like one of the labyrinths. Becoming a theorist, all right. Looks like one of the labyrinths on its side or something. Hallootjes, Robin. Yeah, wait up. So this is... They're doing an Age of Calamity. At the same... I had that feeling when Sidon suddenly appeared. Taking some cues from Age of Calamity, it seems. Now with the large battle at Hateno, the Hateno Fort. Oh, thank you, Ballard. That's much better. Nice hat. I know how to say hat in Japanese nowadays. Boshi. It's a nice hat. Can you say Yasashi Boshi desu? This is very cool. The farmers defending the land. Like, seems like the Hyrule proper will be much more dynamic this time around. A Zonai spear, yeah. Very nice with the gold and green colors that seem to be the Zonai colors. Maybe that comes from one of the bigger constructs. Yeah, that lady, I think, she looks kind of foreboding. But you know, there's like red malice stuff floating around, so this may be a flashback, or maybe she's also having problems with Ganondorf. This is maybe the underground Zelda kind of person. Also kind of dragony, yeah. Zombie Ganondorf followers. Not sure if she's actually evil, but he's going up, it seems. But it is a dark tunnel, so maybe he's going up underground towards another level underground. That's more what I would say. Oh, sorry, the commas and stuff don't work that well. This may be the elevator from Trailer 2. Yeah, you can see Link has the Sheikah Slate here. That's weird. The Sheikah Slate hooked up to a USB-C cable. And he has a kind of spool on his belly. That kind of reminds me of the second trailer. Then he finds the lady and she's having problems. There's some stuff in the background as well. I hope that she's not evil because she's looking super cool. I'm assuming it's a lady, by the way, but you never know. With goat people, I guess. So the backwards choir was playing just now. Oh, look at that. That actually kind of reminds me of Doom Eternal's final levels. some reason. Entrance to the cave. Yeah, maybe. Komarebi, I entered the notes on my piano, so I figure out what notes were. You'll see that in action in just a bit. So there's a golem. They call it a golem in Japanese. Call it a construct in English, and they call it a zonoid in Dutch. So yeah, we can call it whatever we want. Hey Foxy, welcome. Sharkmon says, I screamed and cried and jumped all around. Luckily, I live alone. Zonoid is a very strange name, but I think my favorite is Golem, just because it has more of a construct sounds more modern to me, and Golem sounds more like a magical robot kind of creature. This is so cool. So he's going back to Hyrule Castle? That's weird, because Hyrule Castle is all gnarled up and floating in the sky. So I'm not sure what's going on here. There's some glittering stuff.
Zelda.
Zelda's in Funky Zonai Place. The Old Sanctum, yeah. And the Old Sanctum was all kind of destructinated by all the Ganon shenanigans.
We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense.
I still think the English voice acting doesn't really work. Zelda herself, she's improved a lot, though. Here, she's talking with the goat person here. That doesn't look like that's an evil goat person. Looks like it's a good goat person. It sounds like the king that's speaking, actually. It's better than it was in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, so the goat person, I'm just gonna call her Goat Mom. Goat Mom has this is obviously her. There's also some dragon stuff going on here. Someone in the chat said, yeah, the king is dead, but you know Hyrule Castle is also kind of dead, and it looked really spanking new just now. So shenanigans. She looks like a Zonai. Yeah, maybe she's a Zonai person. It looks like a dragon on her torso. Still wondering if Zelda will be playable, by the way. I'm not counting on it. I would love it to be true, but they're still not showing too much of that. Or at least she has more agency in the story. I think that's kind of awesome. Yeah, there were light sparkles, so probably were some magical shenanigans going on. It does sound like a saxophone. But maybe it's Lin Hao Xiao says it may be a Suona? Double reed, a Chinese musical instrument. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look that up when the stream is over, but it does. I'm not completely sure if it's a saxophone. It sounds a little bit more sharp. The attack is different, but let's go back because I wasn't watching the video, I was just listening. Matches well with the erhu, yeah. You know, if they're going for the more Chinese instruments, that makes sense. Those are some chunky earrings, yeah. So, did he have a shield on a stick? I kind of love with Zelda that it's simultaneously super epic and super goofy. But it works. He has a shield on a sword. It's so stupid. It's almost just as stupid as having a mushroom on your shield. I love it. That's amazing. The sword shield. And then, you know, use a sword shield as a shield, and maybe you can then fuse a shield to a sword and use it as a sword shield. Anyways. Like, this ball, is it turning? Or is that the perspective? It's playing tricks on us. The pattern on the ball is the same as the pattern on the collector's edition and on the website. Like the Zen Garden swirly things. Swirly. It looks like there's water inside. If there's water inside, that could imply some more in-depth swimming stuff. Definitely looks like water. That's a... Oh, this is cool. So they're essentially bringing back the youth from the other races. So we had little Gorons here doing a classic Goron spin attack with fire, looking spanky. There's also we saw one of these, but a green one in the February trailer, if I remember correctly. So that's interesting. Yeah, it was a Goron. There's two more here. Maybe all the adults were disappeared or something, and just the kids are remaining to try to fix the stuff. Ta-da-da-da. Loving the lighting here. Looks very dramatic. There's more like swirly red rocks over here. Maybe that's how we enter the dungeon. Enter the dungeon. Maybe we enter the dungeon by working together with the kids. T-D-T-T. Oh, Sharkmon says, the ball where you go inside, possibly it will show the lasers like the trailer did. Yeah, so maybe it's not water. Maybe you have to get your skydiving suit out and stuff like that. Ulysses says, I still don't expect much underground parts. I think they'd have revealed it by now. Well, we saw the enormous, dare we say, dungeon. That was an underground thing in this trailer alone. And this is also a cave, so that's more or less underground. So they're showing bits and pieces of it, not as big as the kind of biome we thought we saw in the February trailer, the underground biome. Bye-bye, Skelly. Let's see. I was pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, so this is one of the kids from Rito Village. They're using an enormous trampoline, it seems. This is a completely new motif. Here there's another of the floating ships. Airships. The airships seem to have the trampolines on them. So this is probably an enormous airship that they're jumping off of. Maybe those are floating around and you can, depending on when and where they are, you can do stuff. Hey, Dragon Gamer. Pwee pwee. I like Link's pose here, like straight up. This reminds me of the tower from Majora's Mask. This as well. Kind of has that vibe. Annabelle says, I wonder if there's a small time skip because Tulin and Riju, who were kids in Breath of the Wild, look much older here. Yeah, I also think there's a time skip. Because Hyrule has to, you know, it's already in the process of being rebuilt. So there has to be some... You know, it would be very cool if Link is actually knocked out for a few years again. So Zelda disappears and Link disappears. That it kind of explains the Tears of the Kingdom title. Like this. So you're moving people around for some reason. That's fun. But the kid was playing Breath of the Wild just now, like earlier in the day. And I saw the carts lying around one of the stables and they weren't in use. So I was like, well, maybe you'll be able to do stuff. But he's using the horse, and the horse has a thing that's glued to the cart. So essentially, it's a normal-looking cart, except for the weird green glue. Yeah, the Divine Beast lasers are gone, so I'm curious where the Divine Beasts have gone. Rose says it would be kind of sad if Hyrule has 100 years of ruin, and then 2 weeks after Ganon is defeated, the whole country is messed up again. Would be kind of tragic, yeah. Yeah, maybe they're turning the entire world into a, what was it called again? Terrytown kind of situation. Where there's multiple towns that are being built and you can help them by providing materials or moving people over or defeating enemies that attack in waves or something like that. Okay, so this is a regular old Octorok spewing thing. He's using one of the golden abilities to rewind it. Very nice. That's great. That's crazy. Does he just like conjure a rock or a rocket? It's becoming a little bit of a Power Ranger situation. That looks like a power to me. It looks like that's another power, a green one coming from his arm, like a Rivali's Gale situation, but then with a rocket. A rocket launcher. It looks like he can conjure that, but of course it could be wrong. We'll leave that to the true theorists. I'm just a musician kind of person. Yes, more of the jungle, please. The jungle was my favorite spot in Breath of the Wild. It was always kind of sad that it was just a small part. This is an island, it seems. Is this Eventide Island? Oh, the tower, the Bokoblin tower is really high. Yeah, maybe it's like a combination. Maybe it's a fusibility that the rocket is a single-use item that he fuses to his arm or something. Does it look like Eventide? It's smaller. Oh yeah, that may be true. So maybe we do have new jungle stuff in the ocean. Would be very happy. Tweet-oo-two. Oh, Sharkman says, you're very good at doing music. Hopefully you'll get a lot of subs and get famous by doing piano. Thanks for the kind word, Sharkman. The jungle is spreading. Also, the Bokoblins know how to build higher stuff nowadays. I love the expression on that one. For a second, I thought it was banana peel on here. This is also super cool. Gravity stones. Loving the animation there as well. Yeah, okay. I think this is looking exactly like the game that I hoped it would be. I kind of joked previously. Well, not really joked. Just a second. I'd mentioned earlier that Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild both are very strong at the thing that the other game is weaker at. So Skyward Sword's weakness arguably is its overworld. There's not really an overworld at all in Skyward Sword. There's the sky, but the sky is more of a giant level select menu. And then Breath of the Wild went for the all overworld all the time. And you still had the shrines, of course, for your puzzling goodness and some divine beasts, but, you know, very specifically themed, in-depth indoor locations, dungeons, except for Hyrule Castle, which was amazing, by the way, weren't really there. But what I'm seeing so far is that they seem to have used the base they had for Breath of the Wild, from Breath of the Wild, and just added an insane amount of content to it, including some very cool looking indoor locations so far. It makes me happy. This is simultaneously so goofy and so awesome. Here's the water things that were used earlier. There's so much silly and simultaneously awesome stuff in this. It's kind of hard to keep track of it. There's a waterfall going down here, it seems. We saw that in a gameplay demonstration. He's certainly going to a important location here with the kind of the stonework that's going on here, and then there's a waterfall even higher up. So there's more higher up in the sky. And look at how high we already are. This is so cool looking. So the minecarts, they were nice in Breath of the Wild, but as a lot of things in Breath of the Wild, you could really kind of taste what the possibilities were, and they weren't really fleshed out yet, because in the game had to come out at a certain point. At a certain point, they just, now we have to release it, and now it seems like they're fleshing out all of the stuff that was in Breath of the Wild. So we're on some kind of a second level, it seems. Underneath, there's more stuff moving. There's some like metal, wooden planks laying around. Here's one of those weird stones that we keep seeing, the red one that we saw earlier with the Goron kids. There's a fan attached to the minecart with the Ultra Hand. It seems like we're having for anyone who's played Donkey Kong Country Returns, there were also some minecart chases in that. So there's lava flowing down, but I'm not sure if this is actually underground or if it's above ground. It's either above ground at night, and this is an entirely new region or building built in the Death Mountain region, or this is actually underground, and we're looking at one of the underground biomes. Yeah, this is underground. Oh, I love this so much. So you can see one of the like the light bulb trees. I think it was Zelda that was talking about that. Like in the previous trailer in February, you could see there was some kind of weird tree in the distance in the kind of spory, echoey underground space we saw. And Zelda really showed that very clearly. And here, there's another one of those. So this is underground. And I'm very excited. This also seems to be a different kind of a zonoid, a golem. Golem. I love it. I love it. Yeah, here's more of the lotus symbols. Yeah, it's underground. That's awesome. Maybe under every key region, there's a different kind of underground biome. That would be awesome. So this is the underground biome for Death Mountain. Oh, that's so. You know, I kind of hoped for that, and it seems like it's in like genuine new explorable terrain underground, not just caves. So that's super awesome. Annabelle says something interesting. See you later, Sharkman. Thanks for stopping by. Annabelle says underground, but it has lotus lights. Suspicious, because all we've ever seen, the lotus lights, are in the sky. Yeah. I'm also kind of wondering if the Zonai are... So the only place that the Zonai aren't is on Hyrule proper. But the Zonai are all over the place, underground and in the sky. It's a kind of cute animation when it shoots the arrow. This is so silly. Look at the stupid thing he made. There's an arm going. That's awesome. And also looks like, I'm not sure, but it's what they're implying. These are actually mobile forts that are roaming around the area and terrorizing villagers, and you can try to help them. That would be very cool. Mecha fight. Yeah, so he essentially glued a giant rock to some wheels and then a robot arm with with a weapon just going bah. This is hysterical. Horse armor. Maybe we have to pay for the horse armor. Horse armor DLC. That's a deep cut for all the boomers. This is very fun looking. Seems like there's a ruby attached to his bow. Maybe the horse armor is functional this time. Yeah, it seems if you're using your horse to pull all kinds of stuff around, then your horse would definitely need some protection. Protection. It's so stupid. It's fantastic. I love it when games just allow themselves to be stupid because it works as a gameplay concept. So here he's probably combining, like fusing a ruby to his arrow. And that probably will make a chonker's bomb arrow, because you're using something that's so valuable. It probably has an amazing effect. He's also wearing a headpiece that's kind of reminiscent of a goat mom. And his armor kind of looks Mongol, like from the Mongols that conquered Eurasia a long time ago. Kind of looks like that, or Chinese. Could also be Chinese with the puffy sleeves. Ruby arrow. Link mentioned goat mom. Those horns are very striking. Yeah, looking great. I'm just gonna call it goat mom. Whatever. So there's fused stuff up here. Yeah. Sorry, I'm genuinely enthusiastic. This is just how my enthusiastic face works. Stuff's getting wrecked, and then here he's activating a contraption that he put there earlier to completely mess up the Bokoblin. The Bokoblin was also wearing something yellowish on its back. That was also very interesting. Haven't played a lot of piano yet, by the way. But this trailer has so much more in it than I expected, and I'm probably... he's wearing a choo-choo jelly. A red choo-choo jelly on his back. So it seems like monsters are also able to use these items. We already saw that in a gameplay video, right? With the robot that was using a... like a door fused to a stick. So maybe certain enemies can also fuse stuff, so they can themselves fuse these fire choo-choo stuff to whatever. Yeah, let's look at the giant ice monster. So here we've got some more Rito. Yeah, this is the little Rito kid. This kind of looks like a portal or a vortex or something. Yeah, it looks like it's coming from another dimension. Like a giant, weird, low polygon spider or something. Ice spider. Yeah, so it seems like they're sticking to the same elements for the people of Hyrule. So ice seems to still be the element for the Rito. It's a freaky looking thing, yeah. It's got malice eyes, it seems. You see that? Got the same eyes that the malice eyes in Hyrule Castle and stuff had, and the dragon that was corrupted. So maybe these creatures are also corrupted? Ugh. Yeesh. Gugh. Looks like a monster straight of Mario Odyssey. I'm not sure what Mario Odyssey you played. I'm not sure how traumatic that one was. I haven't played Subnautica, but I've heard that Subnautica also goes to some dark places. Kind of reminds me of a Twilight Princess boss, for some reason. Kind of has that vibe.
I know.
And still not done. It's such an enormous trailer. There's so much stuff here. Seems like Zelda will be rescued or something, sheltered by the underground goat lady.
It's something only I can do.
Okay, so apparently there's something only she can do, and has to do with these, like, gummy-looking things. Maybe those are the tears.
I know why I am here. It's something only
Matches
I
the
can
mural.
do.
Yeah, good one. Not sure if she's playable, but at least she has some kind of role, like cutscenes that you're going back and forth. Speaking of dimension shenanigans, there's some dimension shenanigans going on here for sure. Wonder if that might explain that we saw Hyrule Castle completely intact. That would be great. That you can kind of shift dimensions like a time shift stone. Blood Moon plus plus.
Do not look away.
Lionels are back. There's a Lionel with some kind of a deer antlers on its head. And there was another one who also had some stuff going on. Yeah, like Freddy says, reminds like the portals in the sky, like that the dragons use to... they break the cloud barrier to go to the sky realm, something sacred realm. This is apparently the evil version of that. Yeah, so there's 3 different Lionels with different kind of weapons on their heads. That's cool. This one has like a hammer. This one has more of a long 2-handed sword.
Witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Okay. Well, that's the subject of a lot of fanfiction the coming few days, probably. But it does seem like what I was calling demise earlier, it's just Ganondorf. Going fricky. Going freaky.
World.
It looks kind of weird, but maybe that's the lighting. So this is a Sky Molduga? What's going on? Yeah, they're genuinely going all the way with the Ganondorf revival. Looking all Ocarina. He even has the round ears from Ocarina, which is interesting. And he has more of a Twilight Princess-y looking armor here. Skyduga. Yeah, the Lionels are looking extra terrifying right now. That's that's another one of those very video gamey things that don't make sense initially, but they make sense from a gameplay point of view. Also, this kind of looks different from the rest of the environment. Maybe there's also like dimension going shenanigans, or maybe it's just an enemy and they're working with color contrast green and purple. Skyduga. Om nom nom. Interesting architecture here. Looks a bit South American.
Let's go!
Ew, was that Goat Mom or was it someone different that just looks a lot like Goat Mom? So it's someone different, but she also has a tear. Oh, sorry. She has one of those tears, and she's using the tear, it seems, to do some like divine kind of stuff. She looks a little bit like Zelda. She has the same earrings as the goat person has. The same chonker's ears. That's not Goat Mom. It's definitely not Zelda, it's a different person. Yeah, currently I'm kind of subscribing to the theory that there's like multiple types of Zonai people, like underground and sky world Zonai that are still connected in some way. Same light from her hand as Zelda in the beginning. Yeah, this is... Yeah. She's using it to kind of go all the way on those Molduga, I think? Yeah. That maybe the Molduga swarm we saw in the previous trailer. Was kind of hard to see there. Yeah, she's blasting the land to keep the Moldugas away. Da, 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 da. There are a lot of similarities between the lady and Zelda, yeah. And also the golden light kind of implies that this has a connection to Hylia. Here we have Riju. She is looking a few years older, yeah. I think it's cool that they're reusing the descendants because they were kind of underused in my opinion. Cool. This is kind of a fighting team or something. This guy uses a bucket for a helm. I love it.
You are...
Kind of, this is probably a certain quest or something that you're fighting alongside one of the descendants. Buckethead, Hylian Defense Force. Hiya! What is it? I'm gonna change headphones because the kid is playing with someone and I'm getting distracted. Just talk amongst yourselves. Changing headphones. I'm changing headphones. So if I use these ones, I'm not getting distracted by outside noises as much. Zonai Spear. There's stuff happening in the background, it seems. Oh, wow. Look at that. Those are like fish buckets. So this is definitely kind of a Zora themed sky region, it seems. With the fish buckets. Just assuming those are shaped like fish, kind of looks with the mouth and the tails. Looks very elaborate. There's another tale here that reminds me of the tale from Zora's Domain. So much stuff. Like we're seeing so much different stuff. Like the architectures are so varied. This one has a different kind of head, it seems. This one too, are not the same as in the gameplay demonstration. Yeah, exactly. Annabelle says the tale of the giant fish sculpture in Zora's Domain. I hope the descendants won't be talking too much because I'm not much of a voice acting person myself.
Alone.
It looks a little bit Age of Calamity, like looking at it like this. Patijn! Patijn! Hello! The kid is watching through the window the entire time. What is there? Okay. Nothing serious going on. I had to ask because I'm the only one at home right now with the kid. So all the descendants are together, it seems now. Maybe you can summon them for a short while. That's a kind of weird, right, that we're using this little bird, because this is Teba's son, and Teba was already a descendant himself. So that's kind of weird. This is the Gleeok that we saw earlier. Look at look at that! Like its mouth is enormous. It does kind of look like Ganondorf with like the goatee it has. Also has malice eyes. This kind of looks like Spider Ball tracks. Metroid Prime Spider Ball eggs. Tracks. Maybe Teba was busy running the village or something. Yeah, but Riju isn't busy running the village, but maybe there is no village anymore for Riju. Ooh. Hey, Zane. I am not particularly a fan of the Link. I don't think Link is a particularly charismatic person, so not sure why anyone would fall for him. But, you know, maybe that's the point, that he's a blank slate and you can dream up whatever you want. That's a very cool looking, creepy looking fella right there.
Final hope.
Doo-dee-dee-doom. Sweet.
Link! You must find me.
No problem, she's just in the Faron region somewhere, right? Yeah, these are the like the staircase terraces in the Faron region. No worries, we'll find you in no time.
Find me.
Different mural, yeah. Let's take a look. This is the ending, right? Yeah. Now we're seeing Ganondorf in the mural, looking all dwarfed up. Freddy says maybe she's dead. Yeah, that could also be a dimension shenanigan kind of thing if he has to jump to a different dimension to find her. See you later, Ink. I'm gonna watch this one more time in Japanese, and then I think I'll call it a day for today, and then tonight and tomorrow I will be arranging my butt off, because I'd like to have this music up tomorrow. See you later, Kisa. Thanks for stopping by. Once more in Japanese. I'm gonna try to play along a little bit here and there. Fire who again? This is so cool.
Zelda.
And this is the American version. Nintendo of Japan. This is America. America. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm breaking the vibes. Breaking the vibes, but I want to hear the Japanese voiceover. Here we go.
Zelda. 君の言っていた大魔の剣を持つ剣士リンク殿に全てを託そう。
リンク。私にできることがある。これは私にしかできないこと。
活木星真の王の復活とその世界の始まりよ。
行こうリンク。しかしそなたは一人ではない。
あなたは最後の希望。リンク、私を探して。
Yeah, I think the Japanese one works better for me. I think they're just a little bit more natural sounding in Japanese. Zelda still has kind of that very, very light anime voice, which isn't really my thing. But I think, you know, if we could get the English Zelda and the rest the Japanese versions, I would be alright with that. This is a very powerful trailer, and there's so much great stuff in this. I'll be chewing on this for a while. So musically, this is all in E minor. It doesn't really change keys all that much. Sometimes it changes keys for a little while, then it goes back to E minor. And I think this may be intentionally because the ending of the 2019 trailer was also in E minor. So they may be doing that intentionally, and also that they brightened up the Zelda main theme a little bit is also something they do here. So what I was playing like. So they're definitely trying to give you that 2017 feeling. Here, This is MIDI though. This isn't all orchestrated. There's also some MIDI in this. Brighten up.
しかしそなたは一人ではない。あなたは最後の希望。
Oh yeah. But we haven't heard the full main theme like we had in the gameplay demonstration. They haven't played that in its entirety yet, which is kind of cool. They still keep it mysterious, but that means I still have to do an orchestral extension of that one. There was played a little bit of it in the beginning of the stream, but I don't think it went much further than the original, like than the gameplay demonstration went. Yeah, I hope that the dungeon, Joe Miller says, dungeon hopefuls / doubters will live to chew on all this unique architecture. Yeah, totally. This totally looks like the Skyward Sword Breath of the Wild mashup that I was hoping for. I do hope that it's not as story heavy as Skyward Sword was though. And that it's not as linear as that was, but the dungeons in that, my lord, my lord. All right, I think that's just about it. I'm kind of reeling from all the stuff that I just seen and heard. I don't really have an opinion about the music just yet. Nothing stands out all that much. Maybe the beginning with the very smooth sounding saxophone like the beginning of the E3, the beginning of the 2017 story trailer. I really loved that. I like the callbacks to Breath of the Wild that they worked in there, like the Hyrule Castle callback. Yeah, lots of musical stuff. So I'm kind of overstimulated at the moment. Hey, Jartini, welcome. Taylor says the official website for Tears of the Kingdom has the entire main theme. Seriously, with the Erhu and stuff? La 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 la. Looking that up immediately because that will be amazing. That's some of the best stuff I've ever heard in my life. Videos, OLED, blah blah blah. Not sure where you were hearing that, Taylor. Looking into the sauna real soon. That's interesting looking. This is also very similar to 2019. Which also had some kind of a run-up of that sort. Now they're doing a... Could of course be coincidence, but maybe not. I think this may be my favorite shot. Like, this looks so enormous. And then this is even better for some reason. And this middle part of the trailer is my favorite, I think. Some live singers they added here. And this is...
Zelda.
Maybe the goat mom is a guy and he's talking about Link here. As in, gotta go find your Link. Ah, man. I'm trying to focus on the music, but I can't. I'm just too excited about what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's so it's so weird. It's weird in the best of ways. The Japanese site then. It doesn't work for me. Zelda Japan. Nintendo.co.jp, but that's not the Zelda one. Da-da-da. Trying to find the Japanese page. This is the one. Let's put that on just so we're sure. It's maybe a bit louder than the rest, by the way. Give it to me. Preach! Awesome. Thanks so much, Taylor, for mentioning that. Something I hadn't noticed that there's in the build up there's rhythmically some extra push. Very awesome. And also the middle part is super cool with the Breath of the Wild shout out there. The ending is still the main theme that we know. But to have the middle part as well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do the orchestral extension just yet, because then I had to write extra stuff that wouldn't be correct. There's still a fade out here, so there's still something missing. Doesn't matter. That's amazing stuff. That's amazing stuff. Thanks so much for pointing that out. I'm also curious that Chinese saxophone. Let's look that one up and see if that solves our is that a saxophone or what mystery?
The king of instruments because its loud sound can compete with the entire
Shush.
instruments.
The sound is very, very loud. It has an even louder. You press your finger.
Maybe you can play a little bit more. So I'm not sure though. It still sounds sharper than what we've heard in the Zelda thing. Yeah, I also think it may be a saxophone after all, because it's not that penetrating of a sound. You know, maybe if this is like a soprano that we just heard, and there's also lower versions of the suona, like alto versions, that would kind of make sense if there's like different tastes of it, because this one that we just heard was too high, I think, for what we're hearing here. Anyways, I'll be chewing on this. All will be chewing on this for a while. Yeah. This trailer is incredible. And I'll be making some dinner for myself and the kid. And then tonight I'll have some other plans, but tomorrow I'll start arranging this stuff. Randy asks, so we confirmed that Breath of the Wild was only a demo? Maybe. Breath of the Wild is simultaneously one of the best games I ever played, and also one of the games that most obviously had stuff missing from what it could really be, because the potential, Breath of the Wild's potential was enormous, and this does seem to be making strides to realize that potential. And I'm all there for it. Very cool stuff. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for me today, this extra impromptu stream. I do look weird without a beard. What do you folks think? Do I look weird without a beard? Suddenly I'm like 80% nose if I don't have a beard. Pom 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 pom. Official art of Ganon. That's interesting. We'll be diving into some other stuff after dinner. You look fine, lol. Okay. Won't worry too much, but the beard will be returning because I do feel weird without the beard. So there's additional stuff on the official Nintendo Instagram and also on the Twitter probably. The Japanese website has the full main theme. I'll be making dinner. I'm thanking you all for your attendance on this extra stream on such a short notice. It's always cozy to hang out with my listeners. Thank you so much. And let's chew on this trailer for a while, and then we'll see each other soon enough. Thank you all as well. Time to wait for some Zelda theorists to point out all the crazy stuff. that they hid in this one. See you later, everybody. Thank you. Bam.